Did you ever hear the like of that anywhere?
Nice language, I must say.
Yes?
Never you do that again, you frighten the life out of me.
You see, you're still on the same track as last night. You can't get it into your head that I've left him. Now, shut up and listen to me for a minute.
It's your mother.
I have left him. And nobody, not you nor the Queen of England, and nobody's going to make me go back.
The committee feels that it is unseemly for the caretaker of the Glad Tidings Hall to be seen entering licensed premises.
What?
I'm asking you. What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh, yes, you did.
Temper.
I didn't mean it. Didn't you?
No.
I'm just in the mood for someone like you.
Ivan.
Who are you to come the high and mighty with me? Why, you're nothing but a little jumped up on you, aren't you?
No. Now, that's enough.
Yes, that's still
All
violence.
we're saying is, mend your ways or you'll have to go.
All right, then. I'll tell you why I've left you, but you won't like it. You forced this on me between the two of you. I wanted a bit more time to think.
Hello there everyone and welcome to the video. My name's Serenity Soul on the Axe and today we are going in with Coronation Street. Now I just want to say I have found channels on YouTube that will cover up a lot of gaps of episodes I've got. I have sent messages to them, emails, asking whether I can use their footage, if I can edit them and shout them out. I've got to hear back from them yet, but if it does, I'll be able to bring you a hell of a lot more episodes, and I am willing to do these on a Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday morning. So you'll have two videos on a Saturday if the prisoner idea comes along. And hopefully it can go along like that because there are a hell of a lot of episodes to do on Coronation Street. So if you want that, put it in the comments below and I will look into doing that for you. So if you're enjoying these videos, could you please give it a like and a subscribe? Especially a like if you want the idea to come Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And also, my channel is not being noticed, so if any shout outs or anything like that for the channel, not the videos, I don't want it to get stuck. YouTube is not pushing it out, so with your help, hopefully, if you know anyone who might like it, direct them to me please, I do beg of you. And to my Patreon members, I thank you all ever so much. It is you that is bringing the content to me to allow me to bring the content back to you. Thank you all ever so much. I love you to bits. Thank you. So with that, let's get on with the video. Yes, so if you want these coming 4 times a week, no, 3 times a week, then let me know and I shall do that for you. It will mean it'll come off Sundays though, but let me know. I'm trying to get as many episodes to you as possible. No subtitles though.
No, they're ridiculous. I should have told her. Well, I tried to tell her, but it was no difference, you know it. Are we having all this? No. Hey, up, quick, Martha.
I'm going to say the bloody...
Hello, Linda.
What do you think you're doing here, Ivan?
Oh, it's continuing straight over.
Take you home.
You've got another thing coming to you.
Why did you leave?
Why did I leave? Well, that's a good one. That's today's chestnut, that is.
I'm asking you why.
Look, let's go home and talk about this, shall we?
If he goes back to our house, then I'm not.
Oh, don't be so daft, Linda. You've got to talk it over sometime.
Why?
Well, you just have, that's why.
I've never noticed you and me dad doing much talking, Mrs. Marriage Guidance. You haven't seen him in years.
Look, you leave me and your dad out of this. All right, if you won't go home and talk about it, we'll talk about it here. And it'll be as good as a concert for everybody.
Still don't understand why the first episode didn't have all the hisses.
Hang on, they'll be raising the voices soon enough.
Did you ever hear the like of that anywhere?
Nice language, I must say.
Yes?
Never you do that again, you frighten the life out of me.
What can I get you?
We're quite all right, thank
English
you.
apples
Well, you
is
see what
fab.
that notice says? Ladies are kindly requested not to remain at the bar after being served. Packet of crisps, Martha, get me purse.
Hey, up, she said you with her handbag.
Got a dirty mind, that's what you've got.
Why
You
did
still
he say
haven't
that?
answered me.
Answered you, I should just think I haven't. How you've got the face to stand there and come out with things like that.
All I said was you two seem to be very friendly on that charity to Landodno.
Do you remember when the old street went on that outing to Landudno? Do you remember, Minnie, that Harold Chadwick gave her his paper hat? Now, I'd be the last to say anything, but it makes a body think.
Yeah, and what were they doing all that time after they left us in Happy Valley? If it's anything like that, don't tell me. I don't want to hear.
Well, they said they were trying to find St. Tudno's church.
Whatever would they want a church for?
Well, I'm not saying they weren't, not for a minute. Far be me from it to come between any married couple, but it makes you wonder.
Do you remember the state he were in?
Remember it?
Them as can't hold it shouldn't take it.
Well, it was all through him. We were 2 hours late getting back. I remember that Elsie saying, well, he said he was only going with the lads to have one or two. Without a word of a lie, I heard they had to search every pub between Llandudno Junction and Conway before he found him.
Aye, and if we stopped that shadow once on the way home, we stopped it 20 times.
Gossips.
So don't you come round and knowing it at me.
Look, this isn't getting anybody anywhere.
You're dead right, it isn't. Look, I've got one more thing to say to you. Sling your hook. Get out of here. Because if you don't, I will. All right.
How long does it take to get a packet of crisps
Linda.
anyway?
Leave that be.
Let's keep them in the cellar.
What am I going to do?
Well, that's something we'll have to think about, isn't it? Come, what you having? Annie? Him and Elsie's just talking now.
All quiet, eh? Well, he wants to look out. He'll be learning some very funny English. Hey, what were we talking about before?
How long do you
Oh,
miss
I know,
apples
Florrie
in this?
Ledbetter.
Hey, poor soul, we shall miss her.
Oh, we will and all. It isn't as though she only did the laying out. She always collected for the reeds.
Oh, for the touch of a vanished hand, and the sound of a voice that is still.
Hey up, Martha. I didn't know you were as struck on her as all that.
No, I was thinking of an inscription to put on wreath.
Wreath? What wreath? I hope I'm not going to be called upon to give it. It isn't as though she came from my street.
Bit
Well, I
preemptive.
was thinking of one from friends at the snug of the Rover's return.
Ah, well, you've got another thing coming. Besides, what would her family say? They're all strict TT. No, I haven't got the price of new winter
Strict
vest,
what?
let alone carnations for Florrie Ledbetter. Oh, well. I'm giving it up. It's home for me. I think I'll go and make myself a cup of cocoa. Do you fancy one?
Well, if you're sure you can spare one.
Indeed, I can spare one. Just because I'm again shopping for floral tributes for the late Mrs. Ledbetter, God rest her soul, that's
Oh.
not to say I'm to a cup of cocoa. Good night, Minnie.
Talking about someone who's already gone. I thought we were talking about,
She was always a
Her
fire, and
daughter.
even when she was little. You know, when she was 6-year-old and the other kids in the street wouldn't let her be May Queen, she put that Janice Pomfret in hospital.
You can't talk to her. The minute you start, she flies off the handle.
Ah, they're both the same. Oh, Dennis slammed off out this morning. I only hope he decides to come back soon. Tomorrow's his day for wood carrying.
Is it good work, huh?
As the eckers like him, carrying his pencil to labour. Hey, how about your train back?
I'm not going back.
Well, what about work in the morning?
I'm not going.
Oh, don't be so daft, darling. Just because you and Linda have had a bit of a set to, there's no need to go throwing yourself out of work.
That's all right. Taking a week out owing to me. I want to wait right away at Christmas and take Linda to Llandudno for a bit of a change.
Ah, yes, well, the
why
least
has it got
about
an accent now?
London
He had
tonight,
much
the
of an
better.
accent in the last
Come on,
episode.
let's be having it. What's the real trouble?
I don't know.
She been knocking about with other fellas?
I don't think
Well,
so.
what do you want to go saying things for, then?
I just want to hear her say she isn't.
You haven't been knocking her about, have you?
No, no.
Why they split up then?
Well,
Did they
I
say?
did say I would one night when she went all funny on me. But I never touched her. Honest.
Well, I'm very glad to hear it. Lambing into people never did anybody any good.
She's not like she used to be. She's not the same person.
So does she just not love him anymore?
I love you.
Whatever this song is, she's covering it YouTube. Somebody claimed.
There's a friend for little children above the bright blue sky.
Oh, you don't want to touch any of them. You don't know which of the glad tidings lot's handled them. I keep my own things clean. I keep myself spotless, and nobody can say any different. You could eat a meal off me.
I
But when the
wouldn't want
committee
to.
start dumping their stuff in here, well, for all I care, the hymnals can go to ruination.
There's one here I haven't sung since I was a little girl. There was power, power, wonder-working power in the blood, in the
Oh,
blood.
button up, Martha, will you?
No idea what
I
that
thought you
song
liked a bit
is.
of good music.
Isabel Bailey singing, I know that my Redeemer liveth. That's what I like.
Ah, you can't beat a good Messiah.
Now, who will that be? Stay where you are, I'll go.
See, the easiest way to find out is by answering the door, not asking the question.
Oh, hello, Mr. Swindley. I didn't know there was anybody left in the hall. I thought the committee'd all have gone by now.
Good evening, Mrs. Shovels. Oh,
Oh, this is a friend of mine. This is Mr. Swindley, the chairman of the committee.
Then,
Now, what can I do for you? And if it's about those broken pots last Thursday, don't look at me. It was that Mrs. Barron of the Woman's Happy Afternoon.
no, I've not come about that. I've come on another errand, although naturally the question of the crockery will have to be discussed at some time. The Women's Happy Afternoon say they know nothing about these breakages.
Oh?
Look, I think I'd better come back tomorrow when there's nobody here.
I've got no secrets from my friends. I'm sure I've done nothing to hide.
Well, if you're quite sure.
I am sure.
Very well, then. The committee feels that it is unseemly for the caretaker of the Glad Tidings Hall to be seen entering licensed premises.
What?
The committee feel that it is unseemly for the caretaker of the Glad Tidings
She's not
Hall...
allowed to go to the pub.
You and your committee listen here. Do you pay me anything?
We give you free accommodation and free coal.
Do you or do you not pay me? Them was my words.
Well, there's no actual money changes hands, certainly, no, but...
There
But
you
what
go.
I do with my own bit of pension's no concern of yours, is it? And besides, who said I ever crossed the threshold of the Rover?
Ah, now, Mrs. Sharples, I made no mention
Prove
of the...
it, prove it. Go on, bring witnesses, prove it. Oh.
I'm gonna say, what the hell was that? That was your fault.
I don't know what things are coming to these days. Here we sit, two ladies, making cocoa and talking about Handel's Messiah, and you come barging in here with messages from your committee. Well, I've got a message for them, and it's from the book. Love one another. That's what he said. In my father's house are many mansions. You want to look out, Leonard Swindley. You'll find a lot more up there, like Coronation Street.
Now, there's no need to carry on like this, Mrs. Sharples. We're just giving you fair warning.
Fair? Who else do you think's going to take this lousy job if I give it up? Go on, answer me that.
Oh, we shall have to face up to that if and when the time comes, shan't we? But it will come, Mrs. Sharples, unless you take notice of what I'm saying.
Take notice of you, Leonard Swindley. Who are you to come the high and mighty with me? Why, you're nothing but a little jumped up on you, aren't you?
No. Now, that's enough.
Yes, it's still
All we're
violence.
saying is, mend your ways or you'll have to go.
They're not even paying
Hey.
her. I can't tell her what
Do
to
you
do.
know any generals?
Oh.
So I'll have to go, will I? And who's going to put me out? Tell me that, Mr. Leonard Swindley. You and whose army?
She's going to get evicted. Are we going to lose Ian Sharples off the street? Well, she can't... No, that's over the street, isn't it? So off the street. Yeah, they did say in a previous episode that there was a church or a chapel or something on the other side. Not anymore. Well, I don't know about present day, but it wasn't in the early 2000s. You must have a lighter somewhere, love. Bloody hell. God, I don't smoke anymore, and I ended up with like 25 lighters just lying about. Didn't find them until I stopped smoking.
Oh, it's you.
Has she apologised to her son
Dennis?
yet?
Are you up yet?
For
Well, you better
accusing
be
him of
because I'm not
thievery?
calling you again. What's up with you?
I think I must have had too much sleep.
I should just say you have. And I came through that front door last night, you were snoring like ripping calico. What time did you go up to bed?
Came straight back from Rover. The wireless was all crackly, so I thought I might just as well go up.
You mean you were scared of what I might say, and at least you might have taken the makeup off your face before you went to bed?
So where did that bloke
Start,
stay?
ma'am.
Mother can't talk, you can.
Not first thing at morning, though.
That devil's got back in again.
Who?
Dennis! I've
Oh.
called you twice, I'm not calling you again.
I thought it said Debbie. Oh, she said Debbie.
What you have to do that, it sets my nerves all on edge.
Does she have smoke alarms? Just set them off.
Some road, today's
We've
his
got
day
smoke
for
alarms in the
flavour.
70s,
What time
60s.
does that make it?
20 past.
Ah, we'll put the kettle on, will you, love? Morning.
Was it me you was calling?
No, but don't let it worry. It'll save me getting
he
you up
stayed
later.
there?
What's all this?
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
What's that thing doing here?
Did it?
Well, he'd nowhere to put up last night, so I
He
thought I
did.
could sleep on the settee in the front room.
Fine one you are, a nice mother. You're marvellous.
How the hell
You
did
know
you
where
not
to
see
put
him?
up. There's trains back at all hours, and well, you know
Now,
it.
just a minute, Linda, calm down. Just so happens as he didn't want to go back. He's having a bit of an holiday.
And since when has this been a boarding house? You see, you're still on the same track as last night. You can't get it into your head that I've left him. Now shut up and listen to me for a minute.
It's your mother.
I have left him. And nobody, not you, nor the Queen of England, and nobody's going to make me go back.
Why?
Grow up. You make me tired, honest you do. It's not like an eight book with the pages torn out. All right, so you've left him. We all know that. But just for everybody's satisfaction, would it be too much trouble to tell us why?
What's it got to do with you?
It's got everything to do with me. I'm your mother. I have a right to know. And this is your husband, in case you're forgetting. This is the man you married. This is that same Ivan Chevesky that I had to hear about morning, noon and night for 6 blasted months until he popped the question.
Yes, I must have been out of my mind. I must have. Before we got married, to hear him go on, you'd have thought I was going to be smothered in diamonds. He promised me everything.
She left him because he's
Nothing
not
was
rich.
going to be too good for me. And where did I end up? Stuck between the same 4 walls, day in, day out, until I'm sick of the sight of them. We can't have a house, you know. He doesn't believe in mortgages. Anything you can't quite pay for, you can't have.
Rent.
Won't even let me buy a studio couch on drip feed. When I so much as mentioned getting a job, you'd have thought I was talking about going on the streets.
I didn't marry you for you to have to work. I wanted
He was
to be able to look after you.
controlling.
Oh, yes. Ivan Chevesky, the big man, we know. Go and buy yourself a new winter coat, here's the money. I want to be able to buy things when I see them.
When did I ever stop you?
You never stop me, no, you're too good for that. But I've always had to come crawling for the money, haven't I?
Look, if you want a job as much as that, if that's all that's worrying you, you can get one tomorrow.
Wasn't
Changing
controlling.
your tune a bit late in the day.
Because she's not the kind of guy she...
Mother, you're not a bit fair. I come here because I want a bit time to
don't
sort myself
understand.
out.
Well, that's what we're trying to do now, love. Ivan's getting a chance to see things your way, and you must admit he's being very decent.
That's him all over. He's ever so decent. But there are other things about him, too. You
What?
don't know what he's like when he's got a temper on.
Oh.
That's not fair.
Oh, shut up, you.
Be honest.
Now, look, we've all got tempers. You ought to see yourself sometimes,
That's
look.
right, go on.
Well, look, he said you can get a job tomorrow. What more do you want?
There are other things as well. I don't want to talk about it.
What things? If you'd only tell me.
You've got to talk about it. You can't go on like this, neither of you.
All right, then. Kids.
Well, what about them?
He doesn't want kids.
Oh, I could see
He doesn't
why
just
there.
not want them. He's dead set against the idea.
I'm not. You got me all wrong. You know you have. I do want children, of course I do. But not just now, not until we have a house and we can afford them.
Afford them. You see, it's the same all the time. I'm sick to death of that word. All right, then. I'll tell you why I've left you, but you won't like it. You forced this on me between the two of you. I wanted a bit more time to think. I'm going to have a baby.
Well, that's good. He might still want it. See, she was saying one thing and I was agreeing with some of them, and then he was just completely blowing them out of the water and saying, no, that's not true. So I got completely lost off.
Oh, push, it's only on the latch.
Morning, Christine.
I'm
I thought
afraid
I'd
that's
just slip in
Christine
with these
Adler.
for your mother before I got off.
Oh, that's good.
And
Mummy.
don't tell her where they come from. If she asks about them, let on you've had them for a few days. Don't want her feeling like an invalid.
She's
Being
that
a
frightened.
bit more
What, of
wilted.
coming home? Oh, you'd think she'd be pleased.
Well, it's just that she's worried sick about what people are going to think. And she keeps going on about it's not as though she were a voluntary patient.
Ina
she'll
won't
soon
think
get
it.
over that. Hadn't you better put those in water?
You know, you shouldn't have bothered.
Oh, don't be soft. I'm sorry they're not blooms. They were all they had.
Why, they're lovely. And I will tell her who they came from, no matter what you say. I only hope letting her out's the right thing. I don't think I could go through all that again.
Well, those doctors know what they're up to. What time are you collecting her?
5 o'clock. I'm getting off work early to go.
You got her a bit of something nice for a tea?
Oh, I'll get her something from the corner at dinner time.
Oh, buck up.
Oh, I'm all right. It's just her I'm worried about. Oh, I've moved that picture. The one of the house in Abington Road. Thought it'd be for the best.
Perhaps it is. Yes, I think you're probably right. Well, come on, let's get this.
Yeah, see, I already spoke her mind about it in the first or
I
second episode. It's been a while because the
Would
laptop
be
broke.
grateful for your advice. Signed, an old pensioner.
Why not sign her name?
I'm coming.
Unless it's to the problem page. So now I'm going to have to move this camera over a bit. because I'm looking at an angle, complete angle.
I hope you didn't mind me knocking like that.
I'll do that next episode.
But I just wondered how you were.
Never better.
Hey, I were right worried about leaving you last night.
Oh, well, it's all as dark as before dawn.
Oh, you're a marvel. I was only saying to Harriet Tinsley outside the pot shop. I said, Ina's in a bad way, I said.
What right have you to go discussing my affairs with the likes of her?
No, she asked after you.
Out to cop the late Flora Ledbetter's trade, that's what she is. Well, she's got a disappointment coming to her. I'm not ready for the last trump yet, not be a long chalk. I've set wheels in action.
Hey?
This is a letter to the paper asking for legal advice. And when they've put me right, I'm going to put in a bit more penwork with the Sunday papers. I can just see those headlines coming through the letterbox. We accuse you, Leonard Swindley, did-da, did-da, did-da.
Oh, you're marvellous. You're not afraid of anyone, are you?
I'm not. Just get me coat.
Why, where are you going? Town hall or poor man's
Post the
lawyer?
letter.
Neither. The Rover's return, they're just about opening. Mind you, I don't want one, but I'm going to force myself to it.
Liar,
From
liar.
now on, downright defiance, that's my motto. Come on.
She's going to turn herself into an alky, an alcoholic just too. I can't think of the words. I'm 43. Please forgive me. Just to defy them.
Look,
Look, nothing, and keep your hands to yourself.
why won't you let me talk to you?
Because I've heard everything you've got to say 20 times over. You'd just be wasting your breath, and I wouldn't be interested.
How do you know?
You must be dense, I just told you. I don't cook my cabbages twice.
I think my man must have brought this one in. I will love you, darling, till my heart can no longer sing. Oh, Brett. Fellow who concocted this will get a load of you two, shouldn't he?
Net up, yo.
And we'll have less of that for a start. You don't live here anymore, you know. You're only back on sufferance. We'll have less of you trucking your weight around, if you don't mind.
I'm paying my way.
And
Still
I'm
family.
Is that what you're getting at?
Isn't it time you went to sign on?
I'll be down in my own good time. And what's it to you, anyway?
Suit yourself.
Yeah, I will. And listen here, just because you're enjoying making the most of a bit of bother, don't go taking it out on me. Go and help that kid of yours, that's all I've got to say.
What did you say?
Oh.
I'm asking you. What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh, yes, you did.
Temper.
I didn't mean it. Didn't you?
No.
I'm just in the mood for someone like you.
Ivan!
Now, let's get this straight. That kid is not only hers. It's mine, too. And you want to make quite sure you know what you're up against before you get something like this.
Do
No,
it.
please don't, please. Go on, get out.
So can you get like that with her when she mentioned his temper? She did say he didn't knock her about, but that's...
But you don't want it.
Of course I do.
But you've always
Mind
said
you,
it.
protective.
Time and again you've said it. We don't want them yet.
Now
I
we're
just
having
think
one that's
protecting her.
different.
How can it be?
I don't know, it just is. No, it's happened. I'm dead pleased.
So they're getting back together, okay?
Oh, it is
See, there's a lot more kids in the street in the 60s. And there's that, the entire wall shook. The entire wall.
Hey, Gareth, do you want something to do? Yes.
Mean.
I'll go and ask Martin and you can have that bite. You? It's not even pinch me, of course I do. You got the new things. Hey, should we try that on Gareth? It's too mad, the lunch starts cracking.
So I couldn't understand half the words they said there.
Sleeping, walking, living dog. Got to do my best.
They were covering that, YouTube. They were covering that. No, don't blame me. Don't get me done for that. It's covered. Yep, can you stop singing it now, please? Thank you. They still have to license that. Why are they still singing it?
The picture.
Which one, Nan?
Abingdon Road.
Oh, put it away.
Aren't you going to take your coat off?
Why?
Why
Do
what?
you mind
Did you put
with
it
the
away?
song?
Well, don't want to go living in the past now, do we?
Why are they singing it all?
Geez, just listen to that noise. Oh, well, suppose they're having a bit of a concert.
Did
The doctors there say that about living in the past. No. What have people been saying about me? They've been saying nothing. They've got more things to think about than you know.
Oh, I wonder.
I don't suppose anybody's even thought about it. Well, not in the way you mean, anyway. I'll go and start making the tea.
Those kids are really irritating me. I tell you, I wish they'd shut the heck up. Kids, quiet, please. Please come mad and...
Oh, no. Nobody's even thought about it.
Oh, it's finished. I thought we were going into the Rovers. I thought that was just a cut. Well, those kids purely did my head in. I can guarantee you that. Did they say, was it just like, we licensed the song, we're going to have these kids sing every single part of it? So, hold on. So it's going to each house, and that's when it's given the names? I like that. I do like that. So yes, a good episode. If you want me to bring more, I mean like a lot more than I have, if the people agree to it, that is, then please let me know and I shall do that. I've still been missing some episodes. There is not every single episode up online, so I will still be missing some, I'm afraid. Seem to have a bit of an extended theme with this one. I don't know why. Maybe they had a bit of time to fill. So I hope you enjoyed that episode too. We finally met Mrs. Hardman, who got mentioned earlier on. You know, Annie Walker is such a stalwart of the show. She was spoke about loads, being classed as the best owner of the Rovers and stuff like that. She barely had a part in this episode. She went for a packet of crisps and she never came back. What? And how long did it take her to get those crisps? I don't think they were in the cellar. I think she had to go to the warehouse or whatever it's called to get them. Bloody hell. Yes, what I'll do if the people agree to it, I will put their links in the descriptions of when I've used their videos, and I'll also say it in the introduction with their channel name on the bottom. Just to be fair, the next episode isn't on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Sign out. Yeah, so hopefully those kids bugger off now and don't come back. Hopefully they've had their fun and no more full renditions of songs just to get me copied out, and thank you very much. As I said, let me know in the comments and thumbs up if you want it running Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturday mornings. I can still bring shows, I don't know which show. I might do Sons and Daughters on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and then I might do Prisoner every Saturday. So let me know if you want that, and I'll look into it. I'll see if I can afford another editor to help me out, because I can't afford one night now as of recording this, but this is months down the line. So hopefully, well, it's not. I just realised there's 2 episodes of Coronation Street up on YouTube now. This is the next one. So it will be a little while off yet, but it is in my head. So if I haven't started doing it yet, even if you're watching this a year down the line and I haven't started doing it yet, let me know you want it and I shall look into doing it. So with that, I thank you all ever so much for watching. If you're on YouTube, could you please give me a like, comment and subscribe? I would really appreciate that. And also, my channel's not getting pushed out by the algorithm right now. Maybe it's because they don't like claimed videos. These videos are being claimed, but it says the owner allows this on YouTube for now. The last 2 did. Apart from the second one, Daily Motion, got blacklisted. I've got no idea why. It's allowed on YouTube. But if you could do that, if you could please give me a shout out in any way possible, I would gratefully appreciate that. To my Patreon members, it is you that is bringing the content to me, that allows me to bring the content back to you. Thank you so much. I know I normally use both hands for that, but my hand was wrapped up in my belt. So I'm so sorry about that. Thank you everyone for watching, and I shall see you in the next one, hopefully. Goodbye.